If you work 40 hours a week and live in an RV, you cannot treat your weekends like everyone else. If your RV stays parked all week and your brain never shuts off, you need a vacation. But you don't need a vacation. You need a reset, a weekend reset. This is my first weekend reset since starting the pivot of my channel, and this right here is what keeps me sane. If you're new here, I'm Jonathan. I live full-time in an RV while working a regular 9 to 5. This channel isn't about constant travel. It's not about vacation mode. It's about routine, cost, trade-offs, and the quiet freedom that exists inside a structured life. And one thing I've learned after years of doing this, if you don't schedule the reset, burnout schedules me. When you live in an RV full-time, especially while working a traditional job, the lines blur. Your home is small, your routine is tight, and the hard part is you're living in something most people associate with weekends and vacations. But for you, it's a normal Tuesday. And if you just stay parked several weekends in a row, you start to feel it, not physically, but mentally. Resets aren't about escape. They're about perspective. A weekend reset isn't and shouldn't be expensive. It's not some elaborate trip. It's not a production. For me, it's simple. I drive 30 or 45 minutes away from where I'm normally at. I find water. I cook something that takes time, and I just sit there. I sit still. I do absolutely nothing. Nothing at all. No scrolling, no trying to be productive, no thinking about what's next. Just quiet and space. Well, I just finished watching the sunset, and yeah, breathtaking. This is what weekend resets are all about. This is why I love doing this. Where I'm at now, this is Wolf Creek Park, also known as Lake Fryer. It's not very big, nor does your destination need to be. It doesn't need to be a tourist hotspot or bucket list destination. Remember, we're just resetting while keeping expenses low. But this place, Wolf Creek Park, has places to walk, to think, to move at your own timeline. This is one of the advantages of living where I do. People think the Texas Panhandle is flat and empty. And while that's mostly true, there are still incredible places to visit, if you know where to look. But there's quiet here, and quiet is powerful. When you live this lifestyle long enough, you realize freedom isn't about constant motion. It's about the pauses you create. The RV gives me flexibility. The job gives me structure. The resets give me balance. Without those, the whole system collapses. I've always loved cooking, and this week on this weekend reset, I decided to make some gumbo. There's something about making food that isn't just relaxing for me. It forces me to slow down, to not rush. And this is the part nobody puts in the highlight reels. They put sunsets and drone shots, which you will see on my weekend resets. If you're working full-time and living in an RV, you don't need a different rig, as we talked about in a previous video. You need a simple, low-cost reset. And if you don't schedule it, your routine will take over. This is my first weekend reset on the channel, and I'm going to keep doing these because discipline during the week requires intention on the weekend. If you're curious what real RV life looks like while keeping a job, you're in the right place. This channel isn't about escape. It's about designing a life that works, and sometimes that starts with simply stepping away. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.